So Jack, you don't have to agree with me. Jack, introduce yourself to a few thousand people.
My name is Jack Pearce, Director of Alfred Pearce Limited, based in Norfolk.
Don't undersell this business. Your business is, it's my word of the year, mercurial. I'm lining you up for this. Tell me what is special about your business. And I am being jingoistic, the good that you do. Tell me about your business.
I like to tell, whenever we get flagged up to retailers, I like to tell them we're probably one of the biggest suppliers they've never heard of.
Keep going, speak up a bit.
Sorry, when I speak to retailers, one of the things I like to tell them is that we're the biggest supplier they've never heard of. So we supply produce into food manufacturing and pretty much exclusively food manufacturing. So we'll be supplying ready meal companies, soup companies, salad companies with ingredients that end up in products that are like back in store.
Yep.
So we're not front and centre, we're not doing retail whole head.
Yep.
We do supply prep veg for retail, but it goes in via other partners. So we sort of sit quietly in the background, but we sort of handle about 100,000 tonnes of
100,000
produce.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and you as an individual, you're in the family. You could have made a choice. You could have gone into anything. You could have become a banker. You could have gone overseas and become an agent for Taylor Swift, God forbid. Why did you? What was the attraction for you to come back into the family business?
Dare I say, I actually did a degree in marketing, much to my dad's disgust. He wanted me to do agri-business and all of that stuff. But I wanted to go work for a surf company or Red Bull or something like that. But yeah, just the more I got into doing some projects at uni, I sort of started using our business as a bit of a case study, and I guess I'd already grown up around it ever since. Gone are the days you could do this, but when I was 13 I was working as a QC on the line. Sometimes it's a bit of a punishment for my bad grades, like spend the summer working in the factory not being paid, but it's probably sort of by osmosis I sort of built up this sort of passion for what we do. I went and tried to set up my own food service company, which was a bit of a mad 5 years. And then came into the main business because actually I can just really see a potential in actually how strong a business it is.
Yeah. So people like you, I'm going to say you're only 25% through your career. You've got this great foundation of the business. What are your thoughts how you're going to take that business and prosper with it? Because you and the family have got to prosper with it, because we've all got to have fun, we're all got to make money, but how are you going to do good with that business, with everything that you've learned today? What's one of these next chapters of your career?
I guess by nature I'm quite passionate about the environment and about nature. It's always been my thing. I love surfing, love being on the water. So yeah, it's days like this is something like quite close to my heart. I guess it comes like slightly conflicted because at the end of the day, so much of what we do is cost driven. And there's so many amazing things that I can see that we can start to implement in terms of our growing. I do stuff outside of AG Pearce in terms of advisory stuff to try and help upskill and things like that. But one of the things I find myself conflicted on is the things that I want to do and believe in. Sometimes they butt up against what's commercially viable. And I'm like, well, I have to do this because we've got to sell product with it. We've got to move volume. So,
but Jack,
for me, like, the future is trying to push our business in the right direction through regenerative principles and growing, but also advising and trying to help our customers and the industry define what regenerative means. So I'm going around today doing videos like you are, asking different people what regenerative farming is, and everybody comes up with something different. And I think until like us as an industry, I'm talking about our little closeted world of horticulture, retail, until we really define what that means and how that works within the structure of the marketplace. I think it's still very early on in the days, but I want to be the one pushing what.
So well done. This is the expression I use of driving societal change, and that's what you're doing, and like the Groundswell is doing. We're changing our farming practices. And what I was really encouraged with, they just interviewed the guys from Horizon Agriculture, and they make some amazing kit. And what they've established is that the kit initially for Regen Ag was too big, and now they've gone small. And now they're selling out in Western Europe because the smallholders who want to go down the Regen route, but they didn't have the kit. Now they've got the kit, so there's this by sort of osmosis, societal change happening.
Definitely.
And people with you, like you, feeding the message.
And the crops we grow, we're on such a long rotation that most of our land is rented.
Yeah.
So we haven't got control of the whole rotation. As a family, we do own a 100 acre small farm.
Okay.
But it's not really actually commercially that beneficial to the business in terms of growing our cash crops, which are carrots, parsnips, etc. But what I'm trying to do there is actually change how we grow there and use that as a test bed.
Yeah.
So I've just been talking to guys about biodiversity monitoring systems, because we're looking at putting in herbal lays and just change the rotation round so that then we can go to our partners that we rent land off and say, look, we've done this and actually it doesn't look too bad.
Drive the change.
Like,
Drive the change.
have a look, or take our customers to it and say, look, this is what a regenerative principles look like, and how we can integrate carrots and parsnips into it. But actually, these are the downsides, and these are the costs associated with it. You know, because the landowner hasn't got some intensive crops to get cash crops to grow on the arable side in 3 years, because they've got to put them down as herbal lay, and what they can get for grazing it is so much less. So this is the difference. Where somehow as an industry, we've got to make that value back up for them.
So I'm going to put words in your mouth. At the moment, you're excited for the future, but it's got to pay. But then, perhaps 5 years out, through this societal change, through the likes of you advocating regenerative farming, it will just be the norm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. This shouldn't be a niche thing, you know. I love this place, and it's got a very niche vibe, and there's a lot of Birkenstocks and shorts, and you know. But you know, I say it, can't I? But you know what I would like to think is, like, in the future, this is actually just like a normal agricultural show that people go to, you know, like any other agricultural show.
Well done. I'll tag you. But where can everyone find you on family-wise, website-wise, and social media?
So our website is www.alfredpearce.co.uk. I'm fairly vocal on LinkedIn. So search for me.
And favourite place to surf? God, did you see his eyes? Did you see his eyes?
Somebody asked me the other day, what's your favourite place to surf? I was like, anywhere, because I've got a 1-year-old, and with work, I don't really get a lot of time to surf and kind of do anything that I do like to do. So, to be honest, my answer will be anywhere.
Anywhere. Chatter's gravel pits this weekend.
If I can be on the water, that'd be ideal.
Jack, well done, you're brilliant. Follow Jack.
Thank you.